Now that you have purchased your domain and you've pointed your domain to your hosting, you will actually go to your website. And when you see this is very good news for any web developer. It simply means that your domain has propagated and it's live to be used. So how do you now log in into a cPanel? Because you bought a cPanel hosting. Now, depending on where you bought your hosting, they will actually give you instruction in the welcome email on how to log in into your website's control panel. Some may be using cPanel, some may be having their own control panels and such. So the normal cPanel login is you put your website /cPanel, and it will actually bring you into this uh, cPanel login menu. So sometimes it maps cPanel dot your domain depending on how it is set up. So the cPanel password is usually sent to you. On that same email. So and the username. So for mine is Elementor CEO, and I put in the password and I am in. So this is how the cPanel looks like. Yeah, this is how the cPanel looks like. Let me just save this for the purpose of this class. So this is how your cPanel looks like. So you have a place for tools, which you have emails and email accounts. You have file to manage your file manager. You have databases to manage your databases. And you have your domains to manage any domains you may be having. You may be having add-on domains. You may be having what we call um, subdomains. We talked about subdomains and add-on domains. And add-on domains are just these, what do we call them? Extra domains that you can use on your server. If you come to shared hosting, this one, you can host 3 websites. So what happens is that you come to domains and add it as an add-on domain such that you can have 3 different websites on the same hosting. We have the metrics that tells you about the stats, the errors, and all these things. We have what we call SSH access, security, to block IPs, SSLs, and TLS. We have Immunify 360, Immunify AV. Immunify AV is a free version of an antivirus. Immunify 360 is paid. So we have software, which is what we call the WordPress Manager by Softaculous. Very, 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 very good. We have PHP editors and such things. And we have Softaculous app installer. In the advanced, we have what we call cron jobs and preferences, where you can change your password and manage users. So basically, that's what your cPanels looks like. For me, I am on what we call Nginx. Nginx, prefer Nginx to Apache. It has its own caching, internal caching. So sometimes you might be doing your website changes and you're not seeing them. You just come and clear your cache. But the cache is very powerful and makes your websites faster. So basically, that is how the cPanels look like. So for our installation, we'll just be using 2 places mostly. File manager, and this is how the file manager looks like. You just have this interface where you now upload your files. You remember in Laragon, we had a directory called www where we would put our projects. In the cPanel, you put it in what we call public_HTML. If I put a folder here and I call it a test, if now I come to my website, I should see my folder. Okay. Ideally, I should see my files and folders because it should get it from that directory. I don't know why I'm not seeing it, but it's something I'm going to troubleshoot. So basically anything that you put here should be seen on the front end. And it usually has a permission, folders have a permission of 755 and 644 for files, which basically if you right click, you can move, you can copy, you can rename, and you can change permissions. What is bring the 755 is because a user has read, write, and execute. A group has read and execute. The world has read and execute. So if I switch to all of them, I get 777. So that is exactly what we have on folders and on files. Users cannot execute. Okay, so we have read write, so that you get the 644. So that is basically all about the file manager. So the next place that we're going to touch is the databases. So you'll have your database. We had created a database there. So you can create a database here. Okay. You can check a database. You can repair a database. You can add a new user and assign that user to a database. So that is basically on the manage my database. So if we had created a database, we will have that. The next place to use is what we call the PHP My Admin. That is after now you have created your database. That is where now you manage your database using the PHP My Admin that we had logged in uh, using Laragon. So we go to email accounts. So this is where I can create any email account that I want. And I can create, let's say, info. I will get info at elementa.co.ke. So I can set in my password. Okay, say Elementa at 2025. That okay, and you have optional settings. You can set the storage to be unlimited, or you can put it a quarter of around, let's say, 1 GB, whatever. You can say send a welcome email, or stay on this page after I click create if I am doing very many emails. So how do I access that email? I will go to elementa.co.ke and do /webmail and access that. Or I can just click, I can check mail from here, and I will be logged in automatically without asking for a password. So when I come here, I will have to log in for that. Put my email and password, and I'm logged in, and I can just say check in mail from that without me putting a password. So there's this consent and privacy that is coming these days on cPanel account that tells you this account is for a business or for an individual. It's just web pros disturbing us with a lot of things, but I just decided to have it like that because no matter how much you ignore it, it will still pop up and pop up and pop up. So I usually use Roundkeep. I usually check this and say open my inbox when I log in. And that is how to have a domain email. It's usually not recommended. You see the email that we said need to have, it's here. It's usually not very reliable, especially if you're on shared hosting, because maybe your IP might have been blacklisted or something. But all in all, I do not use this. Um, we will actually get deep to this when we go to setting up your digital agency. So basically, that is all about the cPanel. And now let's get deep into actually transferring our website to the cPanel.